fantastic. And of course, as always, a nice little precursor. Fuck, shit, damn, piss, hell, cunt, motherfucking titties. The FCC can lick my balls. This content is not appropriate for children.
Yeah, the FCC is they retired now. Now there's a new thing called the Kids Act.
No, the Child Online Privacy Protection Act is an act that's enforced by the Federal Communications Commission, or the
There's a new
FCC.
act now.
They're
There's actually a
working
new
on a new
act.
one. I don't think it's gone into effect yet, but I could be wrong. I also don't care for the purpose of this conversation. This is all the disclaimers. This is not for children. You guys can lick my left fucking testicle and smooch my fucking taint. You better put on some lipstick first. Now,
Tell us how you really feel.
Hell yeah.
the government can eat my ass. Can you tell I'm an American? Heyo. Now, focusing. Hello, and welcome everybody to the State of the Empire for the 7th of March, 2019. First one of the month, and I didn't screw up what month it is. I'm proud of myself right now. Of course, in attendance this week, we have Senator Thor, Bread for Gaming, Haramoto Zero, Soulblaze 05, Epic Friar Yoshi, Senator Destro, Merc Angel, The Wimpy Hot Dog, Dear Junior, and of course, presiding, I am Emperor Farrison. And if anyone else wants their name called out, they should have showed up on time. So, thank you all for attending. We do these meetings every week to welcome the new guys, go over promotions, get some feedback and weekly reports from our legions in the field, and to offer an open forum and a sense of transparency with what we're doing and how we're doing it, so that people can feel at least a little bit more confident in the group as a whole. That being said, we're going to jump right into it. As always, a welcome to our newest enlistees from the past week. Having joined us since the first of the month, we have Shax with 2 Q's and an X, Cerberus, who for some reason needed a 3 instead of an E, Spicy Mayo, which is just a fantastic username, Dark07 Liberty, Shimbot, I don't know what a Shimbot is, but it sounds dirty, Audric, Non-Chaos, DP Omega, which also sounds incredibly dirty, Dydrim, and as of like an hour ago, Hartor. So, everybody give a warm welcome to the newest people to hopefully call the Kaldaran Empire home.
Hello.
Yes, how's it, people that are new?
Next up, we have 2 people who've completed their website registrations and thus advanced to Kamat Grade 2. And that is going to, again, be Daydrim and Jimboku89. So, congratulations to them on taking the next step towards making something of themselves within the ranks of Kaldara's most glorious Imperial Mobile Infantry. Your desire to know more should be intensifying right now. Next up, moving right on through the list from bottom to top, as we tend to do, we have, this week, being promoted from training to the rank of Stivos, Nobu, Toaster, Tutorfish, Bread for Gaming, OPZX2, and Furby. So congratulations and welcome to the ranks. We think you've sat in training long enough. We're happy to see you moving up the ladder. Next up, one promotion to Repicar in the form of one Dankosaurus Rex. I got both recommendations for his promotion from more than one person, and I've seen him showing up in a decent number of operations reports. So, seems like a good time. Furthermore, to round out our enlisted promotions, we have 4 promotions to Photomar this week. We have Death A Girl, who has been here for a little while now, and has always been happy to shitpost about Rome with me, which is always fun. Love me some Rome, love me some history, love me some shitposting. DLG Extreme, who I believe is primarily operating in the 14th Legion. And it's always good to see some new souls and some people working, plugging away at the 14th Legion, helping to spread our presence beyond the limited scope of Destiny 2. Furthermore, we have KN Hawk, which I can say about exactly the same thing. I believe they're primarily focused in the 14th Legion with Final Fantasy XIV. And finally, Zeus Godden. I have seen a decent number of reports, specifically that have either had his name or have been published by him. Taking that extra time to file the reports. Oh god, okay. I am actually going to just give you a little client-side muty mute because I am getting a lot of echo, and I don't want that on the stream. Guys, if Wimpy says anything important, please let me know so I can unmute him. I'm doing it for the audio quality of the stream. It's nothing personal. But yes, generally speaking, it's one thing to show up in operations reports. That shows us you're working with the group and you're doing things. It shows us a higher caliber if you start filing the reports as well. If you're the one in the team who's leading the fire team, take the moment, file the report, make sure people get credit. It's 2 minutes of work, if that, and it shows that you're willing to take the initiative for a more leadership-oriented position. And the people who can do that, we're happy to have them, because every group needs officers, man. Every clan needs admins. It's how it works around here. Welcome to human organization. So, congratulations to all those who have been promoted among the enlisted this week. We are going to move right on along to the non-commissioned officers. Achieving the rank of Dracaris, we have Deck, Equalizer, Neolithical Wolf, and Monkey Man 731. Congratulations to them, and welcome to the ranks of the non-commissioned officers. Next up, we have one notable promotion to Ancrix in the form of one Epic Friar Yoshi. My dude, you've been doing a fantastic job around here. You've been helping out across multiple games and just generally promoting a fantastic atmosphere on an interpersonal level, and you seem to be pretty open to chilling with just about anybody regardless of how new to the group they are, and that's helping us avoid the cliquey atmosphere that can ruin a lot of groups for new people. So, much appreciated.
Yes,
For
I
sure, my
second that.
dude.
I second that wholeheartedly.
I
And
third.
indeed. And with that, we're going to move along to our final non-commissioned officer promotion this week in the form of Mickey 5 to Killath. Mickey 5 has likewise come up a number of times. He's been mentioned by more than one officer filing their report this week, which admittedly slightly odd, but I'll allow it. If it means that people are getting the recognition they deserve, then recommend for promotion the people who aren't in your legion. As long as I'm getting the names, I really don't care where they're coming from. Makes my job easier. Screw it.
Yeah.
If I got 3
Mick,
different Legion's officers going, this guy's a fucking G, promote him, then that kind of tells me, maybe this guy needs a promotion. I think I'm getting like some subtle hints here.
yeah,
So,
he's a good dude. He's definitely a good dude.
and I've definitely seen his name in a lot of operations reports. I believe he's published a lot, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there's one. There's several from Equalizer, Destro, JL, Mickey 5. Yeah, he's shown up in at least several. So yeah, I see him pretty frequently showing up in reports, which means he's working with the group, and I'm getting the recommendations to promote him from our officers. So clearly he's not just playing the game, but he must be getting along with people as well. I tend to trust my officers on this one until they give me a reason not to. Don't do that. Next up, I'd like to announce one new person entering the Imperial Academy. And I want to preface by saying this has probably been a long time coming. Thor, you're on your way to being an officer, my dude. You started off a little rough around here. You were maybe a little over eager at some times to the point where you grated on a couple people's nerves. But you've really smoothed out. You've really kind of come out of your shell. I think I speak for a number of us here when I say that it's been absolutely great having you around, and the Empire really just wouldn't be the same without you. So we're happy to get you moving on that. I'll be contacting you with some basic guide info on what it's going to take to become an officer, and you'll likely be there in the next week or two.
See, Thor? I told you. Keep pressing forward, brother.
Sounds good.
All right. And on that note, I'm also going to move right along towards the top, and we have the promotions among the commissioned officers of the Empire. First up, we have Senator Destro, newly counting himself as a full-fledged officer. I'm sure he's already gotten a fair amount of greeting from the other officers in the officers' lounge. But here is the official announcement, not only for those of you present, but for the live stream. And going forward, it'll be recorded, DVR'd, and sitting there on YouTube for the world to know that on this, the 7th of March 2020, Destro has officially received his Imperial Commission. Welcome to the ranks of the officers, my guy.
Thank you, sir.
Congrats, Destro.
Thank you. Thank you.
And of course, on a similarly positive note, we have advancing to Chakris, the Wimpy Hot Dog. And I am actually going to go ahead and unmute him here in just a second on my end. And I'm just going to say, my dude, you've been fantastic. You've moved through the ranks pretty fucking quick compared to a lot of people. But you've stepped up. You seem to get along with the general kind of subculture here without any problem. And you have been absolutely instrumental to keeping the 3rd Legion running as intended. So we're happy to officially make you the executive officer, not just in action, but in name as well. And with that is your shiny new rank pip.
Thank you.
Congrats, man. Congrats.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
And of course, a friendly note that in the near future, it's very possible that I will be recalling Frodo from the 3rd Legion and turning it over to Wimpy Hot Dog in full. So he will probably be the commanding officer of that legion in the coming weeks. That is the current plan of High Command, and I see no reason why that should change, barring extenuating circumstances. And finally, promoting up to Matrix 03, rounding out the top of the officer chain, we have Novasef X. Obviously, he's not here in the chat at the moment, which is unfortunate. I'd love to hear his acceptance speech. But he has absolutely been a stone cold, true blue Kaldaran through and through. That guy has got our clan initials plastered deep into his fucking, right there at the front of his Steam username. He's playing across multiple games, juggling them all. He's acted as an officer, not only to help with aspects of Destiny, but has also consistently been a great help and a friendly face right at the gate when new people come in. I'm sure a number of you may have seen his name when you were new. And he has become, well, he's been acting as our de facto commander of the 14th Legion, and we're getting some serious work done. We're actually starting to see some better recruitment rates coming into the 14th Legion. I'm seeing operations reports coming out of the 14th Legion. I'm just absolutely pleased with the results. And up in high command, we've absolutely agreed that he's acting as the CO. We're just going to make that his official title for the 14th Legion, and we're going to grant him the appropriate rank to go with it. He's certainly earned it. He's genuinely dedicated to the efforts here in Kaldara. He's genuinely dedicated to building just a fantastic community here with a bunch of great people. And as I said before, it would be very hard to envision what this group would look like right now without him. So, it's great, and hopefully none of you get killed off by a new virus.
Oh
Stay
man,
safe,
that's terrible.
everyone.
That
Stay
is
safe.
terrible. Kung flu,
I don't
get
want the
you.
Empire losing its finest commie virus.
Kung flu.
Indeed. If Corona-chan offers you a beer, don't accept it. With that being said, I don't have too much to go over this week, so I'm going to go ahead and work on just firing through a couple aspects of what we would usually cover. The First Legion is absolutely doing fantastic. I have talked with the Legion commander for the First, and he said that he's made some efforts to try to get to know Destro, and Destro will likely be taking his position as XO of the First Legion in the near future, which will actually make him... No, the second senator to become an executive officer. It's funny how those numbers work out, isn't it? Furthermore, I will be putting up the polling later tonight. I'm going to close the announcing of new candidates for senator positions, and we're going to get into the voting, and I will close the polls on the 10th and transfer senatorship to where it belongs. And with that being said, we're going to move right in. I'm just going to say the First Legion's rebuilding nicely. I've been trying to push a few people over there who I think would jive well and rebuild sort of damaged numbers. And I think it's going incredibly well. And the Legion Commander agrees. It was a great week for First Legion. Speak of the devil and he shall come.
There it is. Later.
What's up, man?
He seems to be having problems. It says he's broadcasting, but he's not producing sound.
Hello.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, what's happening?
Just
Playing
got back
horn
from D
noises.
and D. Yeah. So I'm now here.
All right, well that works out
And
beautifully.
so are we.
Do you have anything? I already said, it looks like you're probably going to be taking Destro as your XO. It's been a pretty good week for the First Legion by your estimate and mine. Did you have anything special you'd like to announce? Give you the floor for your Legion?
Did you say the members of the weekend's
Nope,
promotion?
I'm going to be covering those afterwards, and of course we go over promotions as a group basis, not a Legion basis, at the start of the
Right.
meeting.
I mean, yeah, I think this week has been a good week for the members that have been actually here. I haven't seen too much intake, but I have seen a good bump in activity, so that's been nice. I think that's about all. And yeah, I
Alright.
plan to have Destro in the seat at some point.
Alright. And since you asked, we'll just go ahead and do it this way real quick. Would you like to announce your candidates for Member of the Week yourself? I'll give
I
you that
can.
honor if you want
Yeah,
to.
I'll do that. For the first Legion, I've seen some pretty active guys in First Legion general. I've also just heard some things from activity regarding just doing stuff in Destiny with some fellow Kaldarans, and I'm giving. I am once again giving Member of the Week to JL and Destro, but this week I'm adding the third one as Dankosaurus Rex.
Alright. Congratulations to JL, Destro, and Dankosaurus Rex. Definitely hauling the Imperial banner high, which is
For
what I
sure.
like to see. Moving right on down, we're going to get into Second Legion. I have been hearing just a constant stream of great things coming out of Second Legion, which doesn't surprise me. They seem to make a habit of that. And my mouse has randomly disconnected. Again, that's 10 out of 10 right there. It is my USB ports fighting, and I swear to God, I'm going to fucking gut somebody. With that being said, though, I don't have anything particularly special, but I do believe that Deer would probably like the floor for a moment to give his take on what's going on with Second Legion.
Yes, I would. Thank you so much. Hi to everybody here. Okay. One thing that I want to say is Drusilla will be taking over as soon as she steps down as senator as my XO.
3
So
days.
I'm putting that out in 3 days. She will be my XO of the Second Legion. So, also, for my members of the week, I feel that it shouldn't be limited to just my Legion, personally. But Destro, I'm
we
also
we do 0 to 3 from each Legion.
okay. Well, I was going to say Destro as well because he's just been phenomenal. I've seen it. I've heard it from other people in all the legions. I've talked about him, talked him up. I've had opportunity to game with him. Yes, I concur with that wholeheartedly. Epic Friar Yoshi, my boy Epic. Talk to him all the time. I play with him all the time. Great dude. He's finally got a computer that gets more than 4 frames a second. So,
I don't gotta
he can
guess
act.
when I shoot now.
Yeah, I know. So definitely him. I want to add Mickey 5 to that because I've gamed with him as well. He's always on. He's always talking to people, and he's just a good dude. I just everybody in the second at this point is very engaged, very helpful. I got a really good group, And you got all of you are great. Every single one of you are great. The people in the first hang out with the people in the second, and hang out with the people in the third and the 14th. This is what I love seeing. This is the best thing ever. It really is, and we just need to keep up the fantastic work. Thor, I can't say enough good things about you, brother. I really can't. And I mean, if we pin too many things on you, you're not gonna be able to walk around. At this rate, I swear to God.
He's gonna look
But
like
you
one of
know,
those high-ranking Soviet generals who just kept giving themselves medals.
yeah, yeah, I'm telling you.
Jeez, now I'm
But
gonna have to walk around with a ton of bricks.
yeah, but yeah. So Epic and Destro's already been picked. So Epic, Mickey, and I'm gonna give it to Thor because Thor's been constant. Every time I turn around, Thor's there saying something about something. He's been in reports. You gotta watch Destro though. If you play with him, he filed an operation report before I could. I was like, holy shit, he put it up before even I could do it. I was like, son of a bitch. He's quick on the draw, buddy. He's
Good,
quick on the draw.
good.
Yeah, I
Fastest
know.
gun in the West.
Yes. So, but that, that's great though. He got the operations report in, and that's the main thing. You want to be noticed. You want somebody to see you. Do those kinds of things. We notice that. We see that, and you're seeing the fruits of your labor.
Yeah, you got
And
that
Thomas,
shiny new commission.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I like I said, I just can't say enough good things, man. I really can't. I mean, I'm not even home right now, and I'm up here talking to you guys because this is important to me, talking to you guys and saying how great you guys are doing. So I don't want to take up too much of everybody's time, but just keep up the great work. Just keep it up. And I look forward to playing with each and every one of you because the people I have played with, it's been a great experience. Every time it's been a great experience. I haven't had a bad one yet. So I can't wait. That's all I have. Thank you for your time.
Very beautiful. With that, going to thank Deer for his lovely words of encouragement. And we are actually going to move right on and check on the Third Legion. Wimpy Hot Dog, would you like to comment on behalf of the Third Legion?
As in the Third Legion, there's not very much going on here. New people. I'm not sure if they don't understand what's going on. I try to help the best I can with everybody. But out of the First Legion, my boy Equalizer, he's been active, helping people out. I've taken notice of that. He was one of the ones that I have sent in to you guys about higher ranks. Tudor Fish is another one. And give me 1 second. And the last one, everybody else said Dankosaurus. I mean, that's my boy, man, Dankosaurus. Yeah, I mean, them guys and even Mickey Five, I've been taking notice to. Everybody in other legions have been awesome for everybody else. Like they've been helping. I've seen it in all the chats, D2 ops reports. Like everybody else was saying, everybody's just been awesome.
All right. And I don't believe I have anything special to report on the third. I think we've already covered that when we announced your promotion. So I am going to turn it over to one Nova Ceph X if he's actually here and not just listening in. If he would like to comment on the state of the 14th Legion. And if not, I'll just read his report. Alright, I suspect he may be able to listen but unable to talk. I think he does end up busy on Saturdays kind of often. So, let me find it here. Yeah, he's on mobile, so he's probably off at work or something. So, we're reporting that the 14th has had another very positive week. A lot of progress being made. People working towards the end game. A couple of end game raid participations. A lot of people working on daily tasks. And he has appointed for Member of the Week Neolithical Wolf. And again, Epic Friar Yoshi's name comes up because he's been juggling games. So, I don't know how we deal with double Member of the Week. I guess I have to figure that out now. But
I've been busy.
clearly. Oh, Jesus Christ, another 2 weeks of this and you're going to end up being an officer too.
Yep, he
Everybody's going
is.
ham with this shit and I'm loving it.
That's the
Absolutely
plan.
loving it.
Yep, he's going to be one of my officers. You know it.
So on that note, let's see. We have a couple people that were noted in the report that while not necessarily being granted a Member of the Week recommendation, did get a notice of special commendation, and I'd like to just take a moment to acknowledge them. We have KN Hawk, who hasn't had a whole lot of time, but has recently been playing daily and trying to catch up. We have Thor 1986, who has been trying his best to get in game time all around on a bunch of different games. We've noticed that. That's why I'm offering you the spot in the academy. We're going to get you some pointers, some tips and tricks. We're going to get you up and get you your Imperial Commission as well, Thor. And the enthusiasm for the Empire and a bit of proactiveness can get you pretty far around here. We have also, as mentioned, Epic Friar Yoshi doing his best to juggle multiple games, and it's noted is doing a lot better in all of them since he got his PC taken care of. That detail keeps coming out. Everybody's so involved in each other's lives now. My antisocial
Yeah,
act
I
is going to
know, for
struggle to
real.
keep up. Laughs in introvert. But we have next up Neolithical Wolf has been starting to make huge contributions, and apparently has gotten two of his friends to start playing. They're not in the Discord yet, but they're working on that part. And apparently there should be another 4 coming on their heels. So that's looking pretty good. I'm liking it. And then of
Night, guys.
course we've already Wow. Hey, look who it is. Anything you'd like to say, my friend?
Yeah. Whoa. Everyone really is doing a really good job. I got ailerons and DLG Extreme helping out everyone pretty much, and then the three of us are pretty much doing raids constantly every day because you can pretty much pug the raids. So as long as everyone knows what to do, it's pretty. Epic has been doing a really good job trying to get accustomed to everything, and I'm really glad he got his PC set up. God, man, he went ham on everything now. Like everything I've been hearing about. With Neolithical Wolf, he was taking a bit of a break. So now that he's back in and he's got his friends coming out, we actually got 2 already in Discord now. Like they came on this evening, and they told me that they have a group coming pretty much that are starting to get back in. So yeah, it's supposed to be another 4 or 5 people coming. And who knows, they might jump into a couple other games as well, because I saw one of them jump into about 2 more legions, so it's looking pretty good.
This is the way. So, I am just positively pleased with the results so far. I have sent a DM to Ailerons asking if he would be interested in taking on the academy and a commission as well, because he's topped out the NCOs and there's nowhere else for him to go if he wants to keep moving up. And I figure Nova, if he does, he'll probably end up as your XO in the near future. So it'll be good to have more full-fledged officers running in the 14th.
Yeah,
Which
definitely.
reminds me, I completely forgot to actually mention it this week, but now's as good a time as any. Mark Angel is taking over as the commanding officer of the 8th Legion, our presence in Elder Scrolls Online. He's able to give it several days a week and plays fairly frequently, as I understand it. And it'll be good to have him there to put out fires when my computer is trying to actually catch fire. So it's good to have the 8th Legion with the CO as well. We'll be working on getting out some proper recruitment efforts and growing that Legion. Which, it'll be good to have another actual MMO Legion, because then the 14th and the 8th can kind of compete with each other with comparable things. And I like a little bit of interlegion competition, just a little bit. Keep it interesting. Keep people on their toes. With that being said, I'm not going to waste a whole lot of time this week on coronavirus. If you haven't stocked up with some bulk water, TP, and like some dried grains or something, have fun when the store shelves get wiped out. Don't die. Try not to touch your face too much. Minimize surface contact in public areas. Disinfect around the house a little bit more. My mother cracked a joke earlier, coronavirus making America clean again, because everybody is like obsessively buying up all the disinfectant and the Lysol spray. So,
Oh my God, I gotta remember that.
yeah.
Oh shit, I love it.
good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, it is. Tell your mom
That
she's
is now a
funny.
meme. Your mom
Oh,
made a meme.
that's spectacular.
Yeah. So, like I said, that's about it at this point. Most of us are probably going to get infected, and a percentage of us are going to end up in the hospital. Projections are as high as 14% of infected individuals are going to end up in critical care of some form or another. Possibly, on some sort of breathing apparatus or some shit in the hospital for a little while until the respiratory system catches up on the immune response. But death rates hopefully are fairly low. If anybody drops off the face of the earth without warning for the next 2 months, then and never comes back, then I'm probably just gonna assume that they got a really shit roll of the fucking dice, and they killed over in hospital. Not good.
I'll bring my PC with me.
Yeah, literally, you're sitting there for a breather, and
too.
you're just like, bruh, I think I'm not gonna make it. Go on without me. But play one more raid with me, please, before I die. Gallows humor is we're big on gallows humor around here. I'll just be honest about it.
You think?
Also, Stick Sex and Hammer did a full parody, 2 minutes 40 seconds of music for My Corona. So, I think I posted that in the meme channel earlier. If anybody wants to listen to it, maybe we'll just put that on when we fade out the stream. How about that? Just end the stream with My Corona.
That'd be spectacular.
It sounds beautiful.
I'll do it. He doesn't mind too. He's like totally open with people using shit under fair use, so he's not like a pissant, which is great. Beyond that, does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns, or feedback that they would like to offer currently?
Yeah, I want to redeploy. I want to deploy the Division Two Legion.
Yes. So that I have actually got Division 2 re-downloading, and I'll be looking into at least getting that sorted out with what time my computer can handle shit without overheating until I can dust it out, but it should be enough to get a couple people in place and get things going. We've been seeing a decent expression of interest, so we're going to be reactivating our division agents. So if anybody's interested
Yeah,
in that,
because
be prepared, because that will be coming very shortly. We'll need to assign a new legion name to it, because the division's clan naming, like, their clan system is awful as far as it's like you're limited to like 15 characters and you can't have numbers in it. I'm like, how the fuck are you supposed to name a decent fucking clan, especially if you're part of, like, I don't know, a group like this that has an organizational system? Ugh. I feel discriminated against by Ubisoft.
No numbers. That's
yeah,
weird.
UBS has some problems here lately. I know, but
Always. It's
well,
not just lately. They've always had problems.
Yeah.
well, because this needs to next season is going to be a PvP focus, and I don't want to sit around here and doing nothing at all. So maybe a Division Legion, it's gonna be good for me.
Absolutely. I'm glad you're interested in still doing something with the group instead of just fucking off because, well, Destiny's dead for me for a season. Guess I'll die. Because we've had people who do that. They're like, I don't like this season, and then they just disappear from the Discord for the next 3 months. I'm like, bro, we play other shit though. Like, you
I
I
could
know.
have
posted a
gotten
roadmap
us
too.
together.
There's more than just trials coming back. There's a new PVE event also coming.
I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I'll see it sometimes, but not at the moment.
So with that being said, yes, we will be getting the Division 2 activated probably within the week.
Thanks.
Did anyone else have anything they'd like to bring up?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Aside from Division 2, I'm going to take a gander at a couple other stuff that we don't have on the Discord yet to see how, like, what other stuff people might be interested in. So, as always, just throw your suggestions out there if you're interested in some other multiplayer game or MMO, whatever the case may be, so that we can have a look at it and see, like, if it's a cost or if it's free to play, stuff like that, and what it's based on, sort of combat system, that kind of stuff. That's pretty much it.
Of course, we have the Imperial Suggestions channel. If anybody has ideas, it's an open channel. Anybody can post their ideas nice and publicly to where if we ignore you, at least everybody can see we're being dickheads and ignoring you. So there's a degree of accountability there. Final thoughts? Anybody?
Nothing, but just gonna say thank you for all the recommendations and the promotion.
Absolutely, man. And hey, you earn it. That's how we try to do things around here. You're active, you're friendly, you try to be part of the community, and you play the games with people. We try to recognize that. So, that's how you get your promotions. That's how you get moved up. You want to do it a little faster. Be the guy who's posting the operations reports. I don't know why. For some reason, I wanted to say progress reports, and I swear to God, that means this meeting is already going on too long. Post the operations reports. We keep track of that, and we appreciate the initiative, and that's how you start getting up the ranks a little bit further and faster. Beyond that, I do think I'm going in circles. So if anybody has any final thing they'd like to bring up, please do it now.
I would like to say the same thing that Senator Destro did.
And what was that?
About thanking for the upgrade and whatnot.
Yeah, that was Equalizer, my guy.
Well, Equalizer then.
Dude, it
I
happens.
was like, and what did he say?
If you have, I get it, dude. I mix up voices all the time. So don't even sweat it,
Oh,
man.
same.
I do it all the time.
Yeah, definitely same.
So if I wasn't looking right at it when he was talking, I wouldn't have known who was talking. I'd have been like, "Thank you, whoever you are." That would have been me. I'd be like, "Yeah."
Oh,
That's funny.
Jim Bob.
man.
So,
Oh, God. That's terrible.
If anybody gives you shit for it, just I'll send them to the Shadow Realm. It's fine.
I banish you.
Brain
Oh
fart.
God.
Like I said, man, heaven's the best of us. All right, so I think that probably about does it. We got I think a pretty good chunk of promotions this week. We had one of every rank. E1,
Yes,
E2,
just about.
E3,
Yeah.
E4, E5, E6, Cadet, fucking 01 through 3. Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
New
everything. Yeah.
enlistees, grade 2s, the whole lot. Yeah, we got a nice, and this is where I really wanted to be. It's just the past week or two I've noticed were really where I've wanted this group to be to some extent, where the legions are pretty self-sufficient. We've got things growing outside of Destiny now. We've got, I'm getting my weekly reports coming in from the officers. We got a good little core of officers, not just, a CO per game trying to run everything on their own.
Yeah.
We've got a nice spread of promotions going across the entire line and spectrum, which means the people who are here are actually staying here and doing things to get themselves promoted across, and we've got new people coming in and staying to fill in the lower promotions so that things keep moving. You guys are really making this thing. This is my baby. This is my personal project. This has been in the on the back burner, boiling, seasoning, fucking stirring, and working on perfecting it for the past 10 years of my life. And it means more to me than you guys will ever truly comprehend just how fantastic things are going here. And I know that I'm not necessarily going ham in the chat every day, or I'm not in certain games every day. Lately, again, my CPU is wanting to be a bitch, a pussy ass, bitch ass motherfucker. But
Taking
I
lessons from
do
epics.
I do sit back, I do watch, I do talk to the officers, and the fact that things are running so smoothly, even when I'm not here a whole lot, is really where I wanted to be, because that means that I've recognized the right people, I've made the right calls, I've found the right officers who want to see this place succeed, and they are taking the right decisions. So, for every bit of credit that I get for choosing the right people, I give back twice as much credit to you guys for being the right people, for sticking with the group, for getting me the reports, for getting me the recommendations, because this place is now too large for me to see every single thing that every single person does. So, you guys doing your part as the officers, as particularly involved NCOs, and down on the ground, fighting the front lines, slaughtering whatever the hell the enemies in Final Fantasy are, beating the shit out of some Daedra, kicking the absolute fucking crap out of the Vex, punch those fucking space turtles in the nuts, and kill every hive you see with extreme flamey prejudice. Kill it with fucking fire and then nuke the site from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. Bring upon them the hammer of imperial justice. Slaughter them to a man, teabag their fucking graves, and piss on their wives, my guys. You are doing absolutely fantastic. Do not let anybody tell you otherwise. I am proud to call all of you Kaldarans.
Well, thank you. Can I mention one name that I didn't get a chance to earlier?
Absolutely.
I really like Divergent so far. He's been extremely helpful in pushing to get raids done. Really helpful in getting the raids done. He's just very active, and yeah, so good recommendation on him right now. I know he's pretty new.
All right. Well, hey,
Oh
people
yeah,
come
yeah.
in.
I've played with him too.
People
Yeah, he's
come
a good
in new
dude.
and they make a good impression. We take note of that. It's the Telltale game. The Emperor will remember that. But
Right, dude, he's
So-
hilarious too. I don't know if you guys have played with him, but he is
Yeah,
a
I have.
clown. He
Yes,
cracks
he's
me
awesome.
the
Yes.
fuck
All right.
up, dude. Like,
Yeah,
I will
he's a good
die
dude.
at my chair just listening to this kid.
All right. So with all of that being said, I do want to kind of wrap things up. I do have one final bit to throw out there, and that is, of course, a thank you to those who have chosen to financially support us on a month-to-month basis via Subscribestar. If anybody here would like to part with, $5 a month to help pay the way for the group to cover the costs of the website, private servers. We do have our own Minecraft server. I have to make sure that it's updated because I think the game may have updated again recently. But just all of these different little things, these little pet projects, anything that we want to start doing as a group. Um, we have a $1, a $5, and then progressively like a 10, a 15, and so on, up to I think $50 a month for somebody if they're incredibly rich and generous for some ridiculous fucking reason. But that money goes into a treasury. If you donate $5 a month or more, you get into the Treasury Oversight Committee, where you will get a vote in how our funds are dispersed, to where the people who are putting their money into sort of the public pocket are the ones who are deciding if, hey, I like that idea, let's allocate the money there or not. If you'd rather just give us the money and not vote, then that's fine. We'll make the decisions without you, but we figure it's only fair to give you the option to know and vote on where the money's going if you're going to give us money. Beyond that, I'm going to say a thank you to... I want to go in order here. So that is a Count Mikey P82, a Baron Frodo, a Lord Carrot, and a Lord Epic Friar Yoshi, and a Citizen Novasef X. So you also get a nice little a pink name in chat and a special title that will show up on the side based on titles of nobility, because why the hell not? We're an empire, right? Fun little theming things, So if anybody really wants to see the group succeed, thrive, and expand into other things, we may also start, if we can accumulate a growing sort of set of funds, we're going to look into making it possible for people to, oh, hey, this guy, he plays with everybody, but he's missing a DLC, and he's just, unfortunately, he can't spare the money. Do we want to spend the 10 or $20 or whatever to get him the DLC because he's like a hardcore guy who does raid clears, and it's going to benefit the group to have him there and to just help people out. That's another part of something we've been wanting to do with this for a long time. So yes, thank you again to those who are supporting us. And if anybody is interested, there is a link in the customs checkpoint. It should be subscribestar.com/Kaldaran. It's either a dash or an underscore empire.
It's a dash.
It is a dash. That is correct. Or a hyphen for those who are a little more literate, I suppose.
Adolf.
All right. So does I'm going to make this the last call before we go ahead and call the meeting. It's been about an hour, and I'm sure Deer's about ready to run off on some driving somebody somewhere. Oh no, wait, because you're still at a thing, aren't you? You don't
Yes,
have to
I
do
am.
this week.
I don't have to do that. No, I don't.
Right.
Not tonight, buddy.
I pay attention. I caught myself. You have to respect.
Well,
that.
yeah, dude, I've been here for like 2 years. You should know by now, Jesus.
All right. So, if nobody has anything else to say, all right. It's 9:01. I'm gonna call it. And as always, thank you all, and long live the Empire.
Long live the
Long
Long live the
live the
Empire.
fucking empire.
Empire.